The following presentation is intended to discuss the development of needs analysis in the Language Institute in Puebla. This presentation was created by the following students: The presentation will be divided into four main parts. First, we will revise some concepts related to the issue in question, such as needs analysis, curriculum, and syllabus. Second, we will provide a description of the Institute by giving some of its main characteristics and also what is taking place there nowadays. Third, we will analyze a gap that we found when comparing the theory with the reality of the Institute. Finally, we will propose a possible solution that might help to bridge this existing gap. So, before analyzing the issue in question, it is necessary to examine some of the concepts related to it. These concepts are needs analysis, curriculum, and syllabus. In English, for specific purposes, needs analysis is seen to be a descriptive process because the researcher's job is to identify and describe the existing elements of a target situation to provide the foundation to develop a curriculum. So, needs analysis, which is also known as needs assessment, refers to the systematic investigation of the needs, lacks, and wants to improve the design of a language course. This means that researchers need to collect information to develop a profile of the language needs of a group of learners to make decisions about the goals and content of the course or curriculum. So we can say that needs analysis is a mandatory phase in curriculum and syllabus design because it determines which language skills are most needed by students, and then the curriculum and syllabus are created accordingly. The design of a curriculum for a language course has an impact on the learners and their learning. The main aim of a curriculum is to meet the learner's target needs. So, according to Richards 2001, language curriculum development is defined as an interrelated set of processes that focuses on designing, revising, and implementing and evaluating language programs. Graves 2008 numbers the elements involved in curriculum design. They are needs analysis, goals, syllabus, materials, and evaluation. However, planning, implementing, and evaluating are considered the three main processes of curriculum. Within curriculum, we find another important part, which is the syllabus. A syllabus is one aspect of curriculum development, so it should not be confused with curriculum because it is not identical to it. Brin 1987 argues that syllabus refers to a plan of what it is to be achieved through teaching and students' learning. He further adds that it is a formal way of informing the students about the nature and content of the course, as well as about the policies, the procedures, and logistics that will be part of the class. According to Sabat 2018, syllabus is a plan that the teacher converts into reality of a classroom interaction. All the above-mentioned concepts are based on the expert's theory, and this is the way that it should happen in classrooms. However, when we face reality, we notice that it is not the way things actually happen. We realize that there is a gap between this reality and how theory says reality should be. Now we will analyze an institute where there is a gap between the theory and its reality. The institute we chose is called Language Quality, and it is specialized in not only English teaching but also German and French. This institute has its own teaching material, including books and listening files. They are produced by the institute specialists. This material is geared towards students who want to learn in a personalized program rather than in a group class and advance at their own pace. So, the sessions are taken by a maximum of 6 students at the same time. The number of hours is chosen by each student individually, but they usually take sessions from 1 to 3 hours. The particularity of this institute is that since it is focused on personalized programs, a teacher may have 6 different students at different levels or at the same level but in different lessons of the book. So there are sessions with students that only go and spend 1 hour doing what the book says. The teacher poses questions they should answer, and they also have reading, writing, and listening activities. The Language Quality English book is divided into 3 levels. So the first level is the basic with several lessons for students to go from 0 to around an A1. Then there is the intermediate level with 25 lessons for students to have more demanding activities from grammar to more interesting speaking topics. Finally, there is the advanced with also 25 lessons where the students can find the most difficult grammar points such as phrasal verbs and challenging topics like medicine or economics or business management or even writing a CV. Every time that a book lesson is over, there is an evaluation on the student's progress in the lesson. And after finishing each book or each level, there is an evaluation of the whole level and a presentation with a topic chosen by the student. These presentations are prepared in the institute under the teacher's supervision and then presented to all English students. The gap that we found while analyzing how this institute works was in the admission process. When people interested in joining the institute as students come, the institute's administrative personnel provides them with all the information that they need, and they are also asked to fill out a form about their English experience. However, this form only asks for little or not relevant information, such as if they have taken any course in English before, if they have any certification exams. So, unless the person requests a placement exam, the institute doesn't administer any evaluations to see the person's actual level of proficiency. And when this person becomes a student at the institute, the teacher is not aware of the information collected by the administrative personnel. And he or she has no idea where the student is concerning his or her English level. So, the following proposal has been developed according to the gap found when we compared the Institute's reality and the expert's theory. According to Richards 2002, the first step in conducting needs analysis is to decide exactly what its purpose is. So there are 3 purposes that were selected. The first purpose is knowing the needs of a particular category of learner in order to train them in a specific skill. So as the institute has its own methodology, this gives opportunity to provide the student with personalized guidance in the language learning aspects in which these students have specific problems. So if the teacher is not aware of these problems, he or she will be unable to help students learn in a better way. The second purpose is to collect information for a particular problem that learners are experiencing. Therefore, due to the absence of an appropriate placement test, important information about students such as knowledge on the L2 doesn't exist. So there should be a collection of information about their language skills. This is crucial to develop a better L2 learning process. And the third purpose is to assess the effectiveness of the prevailing program. This implicates the application of an appropriate placement test and the transmission of the students' results to the teachers in charge. Hutchinson and Waters, 1987, distinguish between 2 different types of needs: target situation needs and learning needs. Target needs is what the learner needs to do in the target situation, and learning needs is what the learner needs to do in order to learn. Concerning the analysis of target target needs, we chose two types of needs. The first is the necessities. This focuses on the proficiency of the learners. In order to achieve these vocabulary, writing, listening, and speaking skills, tests should be given to the person who wants to take part of a course, and the results must be shared in the teacher's platform. With this, all teachers will be aware of the student's language background, so this will help to the proficiency of the student. And the second one refers to the lags. These lags focus on the situations of use where questionnaires will be given to the person pursuing a course. These questionnaires will provide information about use of English learning, main problems for learning and their learning goals, or what they want to achieve from it. These results must also be shared in the teacher's platform. All of these steps should be followed in order to have an effective learning process. So, if the proposal and all these issues are taken into account by the institution, the teachers will have a better knowledge of the needs of the learner, and this in order to help them in a better way into learning the second language. This presentation was created by using the following references. Thank you very much for paying attention.